Hi, my name's Angie Tunstall and I'm a community minister. I work for Synergy in Greater Manchester. Synergy is 5 churches working together across Greater Manchester, working together for mission, and they're all Baptist churches. As a community minister, I was really aware that sometimes I get quite frustrated that I'm not involved in my own community. I work in Wythenshawe and Ardwick, I work in Levenshulme, I work in Partington, but I do very little for my own community. So when I heard about the big lunch, which happened on the 19th of July, all over the nation here in the UK, I talked to Stephen Ibbotson, the chair of Synergy, and I said, can I throw a street party in my community? And he said, go for it. I've been really inspired by the big lunch philosophy of building community through table fellowship. It's so gospel that I thought I want to do that in my community. So I got on the Big Lunch website, www.thebiglunch.com, and I was looking around, and there's all this information to actually help you organise a big street party. They give you the information from somebody called Streets Alive. So I got all the information, gathered it, started having a few conversations with my immediate neighbours and said, how about a street party on the 19th of July? Shared the concept of the big lunch with them. And they were all like, yeah, let's go for it. Oh, we can have buntings. Oh, we can have this and we can have that. So out of that immediate meeting of 4 or 5 of us sitting outside in the garden dreaming, we put some flyers out for all the neighbours in our community, about 100 and I think it was 150, 160 houses. And we put some flyers out and we invited people to come along and sit in the garden, or if it was raining, sit indoors. We had another meeting. One guy turned up in that meeting and he looked around and he said, I've lived here 25 years and I don't know any one of you. Well, things have changed since then, because 6 weeks after that meeting, we threw the big lunch party. 150 local residents all turned up in the rain, in the heavy rain, that is. They sat down and they ate lunch together down our street. We had table fellowship in the middle of our street. All the planning had been done behind the scenes by this small group of people liaising with the local council. The local council actually waived all the charges for road closure and public liability insurance, which would have cost up to £500. They were behind the Big Lunch initiative because the Big Lunch informed every local council in the UK about this initiative that they were doing. So all the behind-the-scenes work was done, and we all sat down and we ate together in the rain, and it did get more and more sunny as the afternoon went on. What was it about for me? It was about inclusivity. It was about all ages sitting down at the table together. The eldest were in their 80s. The youngest baby was 8 months old. We sat down together. We worked together. We worked together behind the scenes. We were all using God-given talents and gifts and abilities to share and create hospitality and create community together. Lots of food. We had a DJ. We had lots of drinks of all different sorts. Starbucks provided coffee, so we sat down at 2 o'clock and 8, and at 5 o'clock Starbucks turned up and provided 100 cups of coffee, and we had coffee and cake. The local school released their kind of games that they used, so we had Splat the Rat and Hook the Duck and Play Your Cards Right. One neighbour even turned up with a huge kind of door-shaped piece of wood. It was actually a football shootout. There was a piece of wood with 3 big holes in it that you could shoot the ball through the hole and everything. He'd made that the night before just to come along and bring that to the street parties. It's just an amazing sense of community. These were all the people that hadn't really met before and weren't really in relationships with each other. People now go up and down the street, they say hi together. We had so many thank you cards, we had so much response saying thank you so much for creating community. I now know my neighbours. I don't feel like I'm a stranger in my own street. We had pampering, we had face painting and nail painting. One neighbour wanted to provide a yoga session. Yeah, there was music, there was swinging and there was dancing in the street. It was amazing. And go for it. That's what I say. Next year, up and down the country, Baptist churches everywhere saying to their people, come on, have a street party with your neighbour. Go and do community and be community right down your street.